Hello children, we are in chapter number 1, that is representation of geographical features. So in this chapter we will learn about the contours and studying of map. So the first point, in earlier video I told you about introduction of this chapter. We learn about hausering, hill shading, foam lines, spot height, triangulation points and benchmarks. Today we will start our second point. Our second point is interpreting contours on the topo sheet. Here we will discuss about height, shape, etc. Okay. So first thing is contours. Now see, what is contours? The topographical maps are a composition of a visible landscape comprising both physical, including the relief, drainage and vegetation. Okay. So here what are include? Relief, drainage system and vegetation, and man-made settlements. Man-made settlements, that means the building, bridges, hospital, all these are man-made settlements. Triangulated heights, road and canals. The three-dimensional physical features are represented by means of contours. They are represented by means of a contours, and the human features are shown by means of a conventional sign and colors on a topographical sheets. Now what is written here? The physical features are represented by means of a contours and the human features are shown by a means of a conventional signs and colors on a topographical sheets. Now we will see what is the definition of contours. Contour. A contour line is an imaginary line joining all places which are the same height above the sea level. Above sea level. Now look at children. A contour line is an imaginary. It is not actual line. Listen carefully. It is an imaginary line that join all places which are the same height. Those are having the same height. So these contours are joining the same height places, and that height is above sea level. So the proper definition is a contour line is an imaginary line joining all places which are at the same height above sea level. Okay, the coastline is a simple example of a contour line since it joins all places at a sea level. Contouring is the most widely used method of showing relief on the map. The density of contours shows the difference gradient, that is slopes of the relief features. Okay. Now see index contours. What is index contour? The Ordnance Survey map of 1:50,000 scale have contours drawn at the vertical interval of 20 meter. So this is very important. It's a vertical intervals of 20 meter. Although the contours interval is 20 meter, in the topographical maps, one finds the heights shown as 100 meter to make the contour map distinct. Every fifth line is multiple of 20 meter is accentuated as shown in figure 1.6. So first I will show you the diagram, then you can understand it properly. See children, this diagram you can see here. This is a figure of index contour. So see here the interval of 20 meter. Okay. So this is called the index contour. Look at here, 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. So it is a gap of it is a difference of a 20 meter between them. And now see the every fifth, 20. Okay. Now see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is the fifth. It is a multiple of a 20. And then again we will start, then it is again the multiple of a 50. So see children, this is a diagram of index contour, and I hope you all understand about the index contour. Now come to next point, that is essentials of contouring. slope of the land is determined by the slope of the land. How we will determine? The first point is spacing. Spacing, that means space between the contours. See, contouring is a graphical method of representing the pattern of relief on the landscape map. Hence, the spacing of the contour determine the slope of the land. So it is a determine the slope is steep or gentle. So now see, these are the imaginary line, but we have to identify that which slope is there with this diagram. So look at here, children. If contours are drawn close together, when these contours are drawn close together, they indicate steep slope. Okay, if they are drawn further apart, if it is away from, then they show gentle slope. The contours drawn at a uniform interval show uniform slopes. So these are the three slopes: steep slope, gentle slope and uniform slope. Okay, conical hills with a steep slope on one side and a gentle slope on the other is shown by a combination of above. So these are shown about the combination of above, that is one side it is slope and the one side gentle slope. Now see, children, this is a diagram of spacing of contours. It is clear to you? See, look at here. Whenever the spacing between the contours, see, look at here, the space between the two contours, whenever they are close together, see, look at here, these sides are close together with each other. So whenever it is close together each other, then this means it indicates very steep slopes. Whenever they are far away, look at here, the space between the contours are much, so it indicates about the gentle slope. And whenever it is in a uniform manner, see, look at here the 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, the same space is there. So then it is called a uniform slope. So these are the three slopes: steep slopes, gentle slopes and uniform slopes. Now come to third point, that is features related to height and elevation of a landscape. First we will discuss about a conical hill. Conical hill is shown by close contour almost circular in shape and the space between contours are uniform. A volcanic cone is an example of such a hill. I'll more explain with you diagram. See, children, here two diagrams are there. They show us about a conical hill. So see, these are conical hills is shown by close contour. Look at here, the contours are close together. So these are shown by the close contour, almost circular. They are in circular. Look at here, the hill is here. This is our imaginary line. This is contour. Our mountain is here only. Okay, this hill is here and this space, the same height, here the 600, here is the 600. It is making a conical hill. See, look at here, almost circular in shape. This is almost circular in shape. So, and the space between the contours are uniform. So that is a conical hill. Okay. Now see, children, your next diagram. So you can observe this diagram here. Here one mountain is there, after between them gap is there, then another mountain is there. These type of mountain they call ridge. Now what is ridge? The long raised strip, that is called ridge. A ridge or a mountain ridge is a geographical feature consisting of a chain of mountain or hill that form a continuous elevated crest for some distance. So look at here, it shows difference between, see here contours are there, so this is ridge. Now come to next is watershed ridge. See, children, here diagram, it shows us about a watershed ridge. Now see, a watershed ridge represents a hilly ridge rising to over 100 meter. It rising over to 100 meter, 100, 200, 300, 400. On the west, the hill rises about 60 meter in distance. It is 60 meter in distance. Look at here. This is so. Look at children. I had written here. Here it is south. North is given us. So after, below north, south is there. East and west is there. Okay. So look at here. Rising to over 100 meter on the west, the hill rises about 60 meter in the distance AB. See, look at here, AB, it is very close to each other. But on the east of the ridge, the land rises 60 meter in the longer distance of DE. Here the distance is longer. Look at here, longer distance. The western side of the ridge is steeper than the eastern side of a contour drawn closely together denote steep slopes, and those further apart denote gentle slope. Such a ridge is known as a escarpment or a scrapped ridge. The western slope is known as a scrap slope and the eastern slope as the dip slope. Okay, again I repeat this. The western slope is known as a scrap slope, and this eastern side slope it is called dip slope. Now I explain you about representation of relief by contours. So first we will see about a plateau. You can see on screen here is one diagram. Okay, so this diagram it denotes it explains us about plateau. See, a plateau is a landform with a flat top and a steep or a gentle side. You can see here flat top is there. The contours are drawn. These contours are drawn leaving big gap in the center indicating flat land. So this gap is showing us that our top is flat. Okay, this top is flat. The contours are drawn leaving a big gap in the center indicating flat line. The low contour shows the elevation. These low contour they are showing us the elevation, that is they show us about the height. So whenever these contours are they are drawn with the gap, that means this is plateau. Second is cliff. Now see, what is cliff? A cliff is a very steep rock or hill overlooking a sea. It is represented by a sudden merging of several contours at one point. Look at here. Here diagram is there. The several point several contours are at one point. The figure shows the contour representing a steep peak overlooking the sea. 3 or 4 contours are seen merging into the one to show the cliff or steep gradient. They are merging here at the same place. So it indicates us about steeps. It indicates about a cliff. Got it? Now see children, this is another diagram. See, in this diagram you can see here the 2-3 contours are merging with each other. Okay, here also 600, 700, 800 they merge at a P point. Okay, see, this shows us about waterfall. How? See, a waterfall is formed when there is a sudden fall of a water over a steep rock into the riverbed. Whenever there is a steep slope, 2 or 3 contours are shown merging together. So this is show us about waterfall. See, look at here, as I earlier told you about this P point. Okay, see, 3 contours are seen merging. See, 1, 600, 700, 800, they are merging here. 3 contours are seen merging into one while crossing the river. This indicates sudden fall of a water at a location P. So this P location is showing us about that here the sudden waterfall is there. Got it? Now children, see this diagram. This is on your screen. That is a pass. Now see, you have to observe this diagram. See, the one mountain is there, the next is there, ridge is there, and between that pass is there. That means gap is there. Okay, see, look at here, gap is there, and see, you can see here the contours the 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. Look at here, the 1,000. Okay, so see, a pass is formed between two hill or mountains and serve as a land route across a mountain range. This shows us it serves as a land route across a mountain range, that is called a pass. See, this diagram is about a col. Now see, what is a col? Look at here. Here you can see the col is written. See here, the gap is less compared to a pass. Okay, the mountain is there, that both are the conical is there. See, look at here, a col is formed between the ridge of a watershed. Not in the figure, you can see in the figure the drop in the height between the two hills in a watershed and the height of the mountain range, that is called a col. Now you have to see our next diagram. It is about saddle. Now what is a saddle? A saddle is a shallow depression between two peaks. See here, the two peaks are there, the shallow depression, that is called peak, that is called saddle. Okay, a saddle is a shallow depression between two peaks is called a saddle. Okay, now we will talk about a gap. Now see, this diagram, it shows us about gap. See, the same thing is there, the two mountains are there, and here the gap. A gap is a low depression close to the ground formed between a range hill. Here it shows the less depression, low depression, so it is called a gap. It is clear with diagram. It is clear with diagram that a gap is a low depression close to the ground formed between a range of hills. So children, in this video we learn about contours, ridge, watershed ridge, plateau, cliff, pass, saddle, col, gap. Okay, so in next video I'll talk about the types of settlement or settlement pattern. Okay, have a good day. God bless you.